Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Celestial Farm Girl here, and this is a reading today for the Divine Feminines. I hope all you guys are doing awesome out there. I want to thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, your comments. Thank you so much for all the good energy you send my way. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Today we're going to do a reading, and I'm kind of doing things a little different. I'm pulling a card and doing it in a short. So if you look at the shorts, I'd really appreciate it too. It's going to help me in my career as I move forward in YouTube, and I would appreciate your support. Thank you. And gives me a little bit of time to think about the card, meditate on it, study it, and then the rest we'll do freestyles. We usually do. These archetype cards really seem very important to me because these are energies that we carry within ourselves, every single one of us. And these energies can be used in a positive way or in a negative way. And so this morning, I can't remember what I pulled this morning. Doggone. It was a good card, though. Let me see. Maybe it'll come to me as I go on through the reading. And then I pulled this card for this afternoon's reading. For Creator's View, I pulled a wonderful card about about the lover within us all. You know, we all have this beautiful lover within us. And then for the Divine Feminines, I pulled this card. And I was told that this is a warning to look out for. And I'll tell you why, because the planets are kind of like moving into a little sneaky mode, as I would think. We got some strange things going on, and immediately this morning at 4:54 we moved into Mercury, okay? And Mercury is the trickster considered in the astrological chart. He would be, the mischievous one, the one that pulls the rug out from underneath of you, and that is a shapeshifter. That's the negative side of Mercury. And then Neptune, the moon sextile, the Neptune. Neptune is about mystery and mystics and the unknown, but it's also illusions and confusion and things like that. And then, now those energies might already be coming in, okay? But sometimes dreamland is a good land, and Neptune represents the dreamland, and it's also tune is in it, tuning up, tuning in, tuning out, tuning. It's about a tuning, and it looks just like a tuning fork, a representation of it. So, a lot of tunes maybe are not cartoons, but energies. Music, sound, noise is energies. So maybe a lot of energies are coming at you today that that might be a little confusing. And then we have this beautiful sextile again. And a sextile is when two planets come into harmonious energies together, and these energies are shared between the two. And we have Mars, which is all about leadership, the outer limits, moving outward and onward, willpower, gung-ho. And then we also have it in sextile to Chiron, the wounded healer. It points to the wounds that we have within us that needs to be worked on healing, which brings us back to what I talked about, the trickster and the illusions. And these will help us to dive into the depths of our soul and heart, which will bring up feelings, possibly triggers, and identification of healing we need to do. This is one of the positive attributes of the shapeshifter energy, to get you to a place to where you can, you're not thinking practically, that you're kind of in a dream state, and you know, things are flowing through and you're thinking and feeling, but it's more like a meditation, right? Well, guess what? Because at 4:38, the moon moves into Aquarius and we'll be leaving Capricorn behind. And she's in the sign of Capricorn right now, which that energy is about discipline, restrictions, move, work hard, right? So that gentleness is coming back in, even if it does feel a little dreamy. You guys probably had great conversations at lunch today, you know, or with yourself or with, others. Like, I don't need anybody around to have a conversation. I talk to the universe. So, feel free to do the same thing, because it's really, really brings into awareness a lot of things that you had no idea about, I mean, just to have somebody you can tell everything to, which is what I consider the universe, that won't never give anybody your secrets, right? So moving into Aquarius, more of an expanded mind. And now we want to talk about this card, the Shapeshifter, okay? And we're going to keep in mind as we roll our dice. I'm going to set my book back over here. Been looking at the energies, and just the shapeshifter energy makes me want to say to watch, what's going on around you, and make sure there are no tricksters. If people aren't committing to what they say they're going to do, or trying to trick you and get their way when really your way is the right way and their way is not, or vice versa. Be aware of our own um, trickster energies within us, trying to get away with something or to sidestep accountability or responsibility. The shapeshifter energy, is in all of us. None of us are exempt. I used to be a great shapeshifter. I was one of the best. I could really put on a good show, confuse the hell out of you, and then get my way in the long run. But I don't play that game no more. And I paid my dues, I paid off my karma. You know what I've went through. You know where I've been. And I'm not making excuses for anything I did, but I will say this. I was in survivor mode. A lot of people are that are in that shape-shifting mode. They are in survivor mode. It is hard to grow up a dumbass and be expected to take care of yourself and your responsibilities. I understand how important education is now, and I educate myself consistently. I've got books behind me. I'm always reading. It might be a lot of spiritual and universal things, but I'm always working on my mind, my education. I couldn't tell you a thing about anybody, any movie star or politician. I don't know anything about any of them other than, there's some liars, thieves, and criminals I do not want to see move into our political group. Not that we don't already have a bunch, right? But damn, we don't need no more. Let's stop that shit. We need to get back to the Constitution, the real contract between Americans, we the people, and our government. We need to get back to that Constitution. Okay, let's throw the dice and see what God's got to say to my beautiful divine feminines out there. We got Venus, divine feminines. 7. Yeah, I got 7 today too on Neptune, and in Mars and Aries. Yeah, Mars and Aries. Okay, so we have 7, and we got Scorpio, and which reminds me the moon will be moving into Scorpio this evening. And Scorpio is the depths of our subconscious. And Scorpio is or Pluto is going to be moving into there. Okay, not Scorpio, but Pluto. Sorry. But Pluto is the guardian of our subconsciousness or hell. And all the things that we put down there that we don't want nobody to know about ourselves, okay? And so it is understandable that people might be in the shapeshifter mood because there's a lot of things all of us have that we don't want nobody to know. And there's no shame in that as long as you're still not that. But if you are still that which you are ashamed of and don't love, then it could bring up a lot of triggers and a lot of work that needs to be done towards healing. Okay? So, and watch for the shapeshifters, watch for the dramatics, watch for those who are coming in loud and dramatified, but may have ulterior motives underneath all that bravado. Okay? Alrighty then, so let's go into that. I usually don't give this kind of reading, but this is what I was directed by Holy Spirit. So this is the reading I'm going to give. So we're going to pull an animal card, then we're going to get some symbols, and then we're going to start with the tarot. Passion. Passion, the firebird. Look at that. Having passion in your life. This is, I'd say this is Mars right here. Mars is all about passion. Also the sun, because Leo is all about passion too. The fire signs are very, very passionate. And so, like I said, we've got Mars moving into Chiron. And this energy, this fire, can burn away a lot of owies of pain from the past or unresolved triggers and healing. It can help and bring that about. Chiron the centaur, the wounded healer, right, is, he's not a constellation. He's not even a planet. He's like a asteroid or something. I'm not sure. But it don't even matter. What he is and what he symbolizes is much more important. And that is to recognize our own pain, our own wounds, locate them, and work on healing them. That's what Chiron, the wounded healer, was all about. And he is known for healing himself. He could not cure it, but he could heal it, that he could live with it. That's emotional wounding, right? Yeah. So stoke up your passions, my friends. Stoke your passions up. Find what you love and what you want to know. And that is where Aquarius comes into the whole situation, okay? Because Aquarius is like, I want to know. Okay, well, we want to know. So let's see what's going on with the divine feminines. Let's go with Wee Moon. I love Wee Moon. I love her. I love the moon. I follow the moon every day, and I'm going to try to get in a moon reading this evening. The moon is moving into Aquarius. And, it's all these different energies that we live our life by day to day. Changes through the moon, changing through each one of those constellations, rolling through them, absorbing their energy and reflecting it down on us. And, that's the way I see it. She's not, she doesn't have, well, she has her own energy, which is gravity. And, she rules the grave, right? Gravity, grave, heaviness. She pulls and pushes and shakes and wakes things up as well. For a long time I wasn't sure if she was my friend or not, but now I know she is. In astrology, they say she's our mother, but our Mother Earth is our mother. So the moon would have to be our grandmother or our soul mother or something like that. But you know, in astrology, they don't really give the earth any accountability. Like she's not counted in with the planets. Um, only the elements. So I find that strange. She don't get no accountability for love or anything like that or abundance. And I find that like disconcerting. The same as I feel about them turning Capricorn into the devil, which is an earth sign, right? Now, why would they do that? So the earth, basically they're saying is devilish. And when I look out there at all the wonderful things I see, on this planet Earth, which are good and evil, I don't think of it as devilish at all. There are just some things you shouldn't mess with, you're not ready for, and you shouldn't attempt to do it if you're not ready for it, right? Right. And you should always walk in truth, especially if you're out to, lead, guide, or help others. Earth Amazon daughter, the witches are back. Well, we ain't got much to say about that, do we? Myself, I don't think of myself as a witch, but when I think of the word witch, because I break everything down and analyze it, I'm a Virgo, okay? And so words to me, I wanted to learn how to find the root in each and every word. So if you look at witch, it's W-I-T, wit, witty, wit, cunning, smart, shocking, wit. I love it, wit. And then the next word is chi, chi, like life force, chi. So to me, the word witch says somebody smart enough to use what God gave them. Mm-mm-mm. And I'm sorry, yeah. So, witch is no longer a bad word to me, where in the beginning, when I first started my journey, I would have been like, oh, I ain't no witch. People call me a witch. I'd be like, no, 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 I'm a child of God. And I am a child of God. Of course, children of God would be witty, cunning, smart, able, capable, naturalists, right? Wit, and they would use their chi, their energy well, right? I'm sure there are some that do, the other things with their energy, but I myself want my energy to be happy energy. So I do well with my energy. I do the right things for the right reasons. And the right things for the right reasons is so I can be happy. I want to be happy the rest of my life. And I realize that if I walk a certain walk and talk a certain talk, if I stay out of politics, if I don't look at the news, if I don't watch stupid programs on TV, sorry, I didn't mean that. If I don't, if I study and I watch spiritual things or nature things, things that have to do with creation, I am a much happier person because it's almost like that world disappears because it's not in my world anymore. Now, do I pray like over all the world? I do, including politics. I pray for justice. I pray for truth. I pray for these things that are out of my control, that I can't do nothing about. All I can do is speak to the people about these things, that we need to get back to the Constitution, and we need to be we the people again, and not the corporations, the 1%, or the money. It's we, the people, that are the resources. We're the valuable ones. We're the one to help them make that money. If it wasn't for the people, there wouldn't be no money. Right? Right. So to be a witch is honorable. I love you if you claim yourself as a witch. Do the right thing for the right reasons, and nothing but goodness shall ever come to you. Because from what I understand, God don't need to be worshipped. He wants us to stand in our power and do as many good deeds as we possibly can do before we leave this planet. That's all it takes. Just be kind, be gentle, be loving, and believe that you have the power in nature within you. And that's what a witch is. Or a child of God. Or a star child. Because even the stars are a part of nature. This whole universe, can you imagine how big and powerful nature is? But nature is everything through this universe. The sun is nature. The moon is nature. Um, the galaxies are nature. Everything. It's all created from nature. Isn't that beautiful? Not just this planet and the abundance. I actually think this planet and the abundance is because nature wanted to be here personified, alive, with everything it created, and to bring more complex life forms into its party. Okay, you know, go for it, go for the gusto, go for the gusto. I'm gonna pull some charms and show you my little charm bowl with all my little bird feathers here that I collect. Yes, here pretty soon there'll be flowers and all kinds of stuff in here from nature. I'll bring some of my fruits and stuff. And I'm thinking about trying to use the petals and stuff and make candles. I got a lot here, okay, girls? I love y'all. Oh my God, look at this. Do you guys wear your heart on your sleeve? You beautiful babes. Everybody, you guys, that's what this is. You show your heart to everyone. Keep doing it. Changes the world. It really changes the world. Most people are terrified to show their heart, to show how they feel, to show emotions, to be expressive. Do it. Feel it. Love it. It's a part of your life. What do we got here? Sheep. Oh no. This is the ram. Mars. Aries. Be a leader. Don't be a sheep. The ram. What is the ram known for? Aries. Mars. Leadership. Movement. Action. And blue is for the throat chakra, and the spiral of his horn right there, you see, that's for going to the center. Get to the nougat, going within. Good gracious, I got a lot here. Here we are. We just talked about going within. The pink mermaid here. Dive deep into your love. The opportunity is coming. There's going to be a lot going on this evening. The mermaid, that's all about diving deep. And, you know, like I said, Pluto is moving into la 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 la. At 6:54 p.m. this evening, Pluto, or the moon, will be opposing in opposition of Pluto. Okay? So feelings in opposition would mean that these two planets, the moon's all about your emotions, your feelings, what you're thinking deep down inside and how you want to express it. Family, relationships with loved ones, your ancestors. We got another pink flower here. Pluto is very much empowering. It protects those parts of ourselves that we don't want nobody to know about. things that we have to bring up and work on in our own time, in our own space, generally alone. And with Mars and Chiron, there will be triggers coming up if you are still have issues deep down inside. A little girl with a hard hat on. Somebody out there might be a construction worker, or you just might be a hard head, stubborn. Um, or maybe, you got your protective hat on against all these things that will be coming at you, some shapeshifters or whatever. Okay, guys, I hate to go through all this. We got the 4-leaf clover. Tonight will be lucky. We've got the blue star. A lot of truth will be spoken this evening, brought up out of the dark star, the depths, Pluto. A lot of stuff in the depths of your psyche will come up for beautiful transmutation and healing. There we go. There we go. With those cunning, witty chi powers, right? Right? You doing the transmutation. You see, she's in the goddess pose. If none of you have ever done the goddess pose, do it. I do the goddess pose once in a while. It's wonderful. It opens up the hips. It releases energy that brings up past wounding, past trauma, and brings them up out of the hips into the heart to work through. It's intention, right? If you intend to do it, it will be done. If you intend and believe with faith and hope and not expect a miracle the very same day, if you're patient with yourself, you continue to believe that you will get it done. I will be doing this. I will be doing this. I will be doing this. Within time, as your energy adjusts to fit what you think you want, and it will, and you will do it. You'll do exactly what you want. You can cleanse your energies. You can bring up the old past woundings and bring them out of your body and leave it free to bring joy in. We can't hold joy in our body, in our mind, in our heart, in our soul if we have a lot of trauma. It don't mix. We have to heal. It's our job. And we have Chiron coming up for the healing. We have 3 of water here. 3 of water, 3 of cups, 3 of celebration. I love this card because it is the oddest card I've ever seen in my life. But it's all about healing ourselves because love is making a family. And the more healed you are, the more healing you can bring to the family. Isn't that what life is all about? It's not about money. It's not about fast cars. It's not about how much you own. It's not about how much you have in the bank. In all actuality, love is about family. Because let me tell you something, on the day of your deathbed, the day you're dying, you ain't going to be worried about that freaking car. And you ain't going to worry about your house. You're going to wish you had family there holding your hand. You're going to wish you had them there by your side. Loving you and serenading you as you take your last breath and move into the next world. This is what you want. You want family. You don't, the money, it will not do nothing for you. This is, let's talk about this card. I'm going to shuffle these. I won't keep y'all too much longer. I know y'all busy. I love y'all. Let's talk about this card. Look at this card. There's a wolf and a rabbit with their arms around each other. The wolf has his head turned as if to not really see what's going on. It's the strangest thing. And they both have their arms wrapped around the moon. what in the world is this card telling us? And look at the glow that love can overcome all things. I mean, a rabbit and a wolf together in love, that love can overcome all things. And they're both holding on to the moon. The moon. The reflective energy of each and every day in its present moment, to live right here, right now. Not yesterday, not last year, not next week or tomorrow, because we don't care about that. It ain't here yet. But to be right here and right now in your present moment. I am here now. Now. Deep breath. That family can be anybody or anything that's coming together in love. You know, generally that dog or wolf or fox or whatever it is would eat that rabbit or kill it. But in this picture we see that opposites sometimes attract. You got the moon up here in the corner. Yeah, and that's just how our moon is looking right now, because we're on our way to the new moon. Guardian of the sensitive moon is the name of this card, the picture on this card. Guardian of the sensitive moon. I'm going to show it one more time because this is one of my favorite cards out of all the decks I have. Because this card tells me that it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, where you come from, that love will heal and create all things. And that's one of the most beautiful messages the Creator could ever give to us, that we can overcome anything. We can overcome anything with love. Love of ourselves and love of others. We can overcome anything. Oh, wow. What's that? And that is the natural balance. This one popped out. Now I'm going to take it. The natural balance is to overcome everything and heal. We're not supposed to, that's our wheel of fortune. It's our inheritance, is to heal from, that's why we're fluid. That's why we're liquid. That's why we're moving. That's why we have, fluid body parts and stuff like that, is to get rid of the old energies, that we store within our body. And Ten of Fire is to live free, to release it all, to release all that old energy, all those old pains, all those things you think where you were done wrong, or where, you didn't get the best, or however, any kind of energies that are dragging you down. Release them all and begin to live in the present moment for the good of your own soul. To live right here, right now, where we are, and from this moment forward, to stay focused on the moment you're in with as much positivity as you can. Right? And then you don't have to worry about the shapeshifter energy. In the meantime, let's go back to the shapeshifter energy and what we need to watch for today. The Priestess, 2. Well, this is pretty plain. We need to look for those things in our midst that might not want or benefit our greater good. Those who are, with drama and chaos and frustration and projections and things that aren't perfect in their life, that they would, push it off onto us. We need to put barriers up against that And one of the barriers is self love and knowing who you are. And nobody can shift you off your course. You'd be like a sailing ship in the seven seas, like Sinbad, right? He sailed 7 seas, discovered all kinds of things, and nobody knocked Sinbad off his course. Meanwhile, the high priestess, use your intuition. You'll know the difference between good and evil. Just use your intuition. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this real or is this fake? Am I really experiencing this? Or, you know, is it, am I not perceiving it right? And that's where Neptune comes into the illusions, the perceptions, on the bad side, addictions and obsessions. Aquarius is coming in as well. And on Aquarius, other side is feeling alienated. That's the negative side. So, standoffish, not acting like there's other people in the world, just kind of feeling like everybody is against you, and or somebody you may know like that. So watch for these things. The shapeshifter come up for a reason, and it's just like keep your eye out for the trickster shapeshifter energies that are doing things that are real dramatic to hide what's under the table. Okay, shaking this hand while this hand's over here doing something else, and you're watching this one, right? You can't see the other. Watch out for these things tonight. Might be, a day for it. And earlier I pulled, just before I did this, after I pulled that card, I got the alligator out of the symbology thing. And I asked Creator, what does it mean? So I looked up the symbolism. It's about primal energy, surviving. And so a lot of times people are acting out of survival mode, which is not always the most healthiest mode to be in. So be aware and watch for it. Have mercy and compassion. Love yourself through it. And if you can, love them too. And if not, then set up your boundaries, until the weather changes, and it changes every day because the moon, it's constantly moving through the planets and the constellations. We got 3 of fire here, spontaneous combustion, Mars energy. Yeah. Sun energy. Sun. This is the sun, the one. Yeah, and what's this about? It's just about having fun, loving life, enjoying yourself, and watching out for yourself at the same time, right? But they look like they just don't care and have no fear. They're full of faith and hope, and they're just going to do what they're going to do. And then, we have recycling ancient wisdom, the air matriarch. Just knowledge, recycling it, speaking on things that are from the past. This energy in its negative form just needs to be transmuted into the higher form. Every energy that we have is both positive and negative, and it can be used in either way. And really, for our own best benefit, we want to be as positive, highly charged as possible. As soon as I learned that, walking the path of righteousness, walking the path of truth, walking the path of honor does charge you up more and more. And, I've only come to these conclusions in the last couple years of my life. But I feel like now that I know this, I have to share it with all you guys. I love y'all. And I hope you take me seriously, because it is my God's truth. My God's truth. And I'm going to share this wisdom with you guys, right? Self-love. Witchy. Love makes the world go round. Without love, the world falls apart. Sex, rock and roll, and money will not save this planet. It'll tear it down. It won't. Neither will lies, corruption, selfishness. We have to move forward into a more enlightened area of our life and realize that there's enough resources, enough love, and enough peace for all of us. Right? Right. And those is how we grow. That's what we need. Right? Yeah. And may the power of the Holy Spirit, our Mother Earth, and all the great entities and archetypes be with us as we move those things out of our way as we progress forward into we the people's future. I love you. Good night. Bye-bye.